Texas Farm family and community in a way that truly sets them apart. Tonight, Dave Campbell's Texas Football is here to celebrate one of those deserving young people, McAllen Memorial's very own Daniel De La Cruz. Thanks to the support of Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, Daniel De La Cruz will receive $500 in tuition assistance to the college of his choice. Presenting the award on behalf of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Texas Farm Bureau Insurance is agent Juan Carlos Rendon. Let's give them a round of applause and congratulations again to Memorial own Daniel De La Cruz.
flavors that transport us to Mexico, like tacos al pastor from traditional taquerias, tacos de pollo, or tacos de bistec, seasoned to perfection. The H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas are inspired by the flavors you love, perfectly seasoned with sabor and corazón, and ready to prepare at home. From our kitchen to yours, enjoy the authentic taste of our H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas. One more reason here, everything's better.
Welcome to McAllen ISD, a 3-time Texas Education Agency A-rated school district. On behalf of our school board and our entire McAllen ISD family, welcome to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. We wish all those competing the best of luck, and we hope that you enjoy the competition.
Good evening and welcome to McAllen ISD. This game is being conducted according to the rules and regulations of the University Interscholastic League.
Regardless of the outcome of tonight's game, all of the players have proven their willingness to work and sacrifice in order to achieve athletic excellence.
We ask that as a spectator, you consider the time and effort each of these teams, coaches, and athletes have put forth.
The officials for this game have been mutually agreed upon by school officials for both schools. Their role is not unlike those of the players, coaches, teachers, and school administrators.
Without them, this game would not be possible. Their knowledge and application of the rules are a result of annual testing, years of study, and continual participation in clinics that further refine their understanding of the game.
We ask you as students, parents, and citizens to demonstrate the kind of respect for these officials you'd extend to any dedicated person in a position of responsibility. Thank you for your attendance.
And enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
The following presentation of McAllen ISD Football Night is brought to you by Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems Clinics, and by Lone Star National Bank. And welcome to Football Night in McAllen here at DQ Fan Field, and tonight a big intercity rivalry and nothing short of a playoff berth at stake. It's the McAllen Bulldogs against the McAllen Memorial Mustangs coming here in the twilight here in McAllen, Texas, the city of Palms. And tonight it's the Bulldogs and Mustangs. A rivalry goes back more than 4 decades. I'm Mark May with Mario Reyna. And Mario, how do you see this game playing out tonight? We've got the rivalry as one factor. We've got a playoff berth on the line, one team playing the spoiler. How do you see it coming out with your keys?
Well, I think the rivalry says it all, right? We never know who's favored, who's not favored in this game. But at the end of the day, it's all going to go to ball control. Who's going to keep control of that ball, right? And that's the only way you can score. And then the other thing is the big stops. Who's going to come up with those key stops when the offense needs to get back on the field? So that's the way I see it. It should be exciting.
Yeah, it should definitely be an exciting game tonight. Very festive atmosphere, kind of a playoff atmosphere. And for the Bulldogs, essentially it is a playoffs. If they win, they are in the postseason. If they lose, they are out. For Memorial, they're in the spoiler role right now. Now, earlier this week, we were able to talk to some players. And first of all, for Mackay, we have a featured player there. And for Mackay, we will check in with Salomon Arroyo.
Hello, my name is Thomas Doman. I play left tackle for McAllen Memorial Mustangs. Pretty much during passes, I keep the quarterback's blind side protected, so if anyone gets past me, they pretty much get to the quarterback easily. So I'm there to protect him when he's not looking. My favorite plays probably is 16 counters, stuff like that, when I'm pulling, and I just go and knock down the linebacker and the running back's right behind me for a big gain or a touchdown.
Taking his time, and on 1st and 10, they'll hand this off straight ahead. Second effort across the 40-yard line.
And Thomas Doman opening up a hole. But I really
yeah, we have a lot of new faces, a lot of underclassmen on our team. So the team dynamics, middle of the season, we started to really come together as a team, really start to be a family. Hopefully I get a Division I offer to go play football somewhere, but if not, I would want to go to UTSA to study kinesiology.
Well, actually, that was offensive lineman Thomas Doman, as you saw from the Memorial Mustangs. But now we're going to check in against a man he'll be going head-to-head with, so to speak, tonight, and that's the defensive end from Mac High. Here's Salomon Arroyo.
Hi, my name is Salomon Arroyo. I play defensive tackle / nose for the McAllen Bulldogs. My responsibility is to basically block any gaps that I see open, or if I'm lucky enough to get through the holes and make the play.
Hand off Zavala, first down across the 35 to about the 36. Mitas trying to break the tackle, not going to do it, and he's going to be stopped.
The team all together and doing pretty good, and all the teammates just need to trust each other. Just all the 11 on the field doing their job. Mainly focusing on making sure we're getting our movement right, the right steps, the right calls, making sure we understand what we're doing, and just getting the assignment done. I want to go into majoring in criminal justice and just want to be a Border Patrol agent once I'm out of high school.
And welcome back, recognizing veterans right now at midfield. All the veterans from Memorial High School who work at Memorial. You can see the JROTC students wearing the Colombian blue and gold of McAllen Memorial. And tonight, recognizing all the veterans who serve and work at McAllen Memorial High School. They've gone from serving their country to serving their community, and we certainly appreciate them. And our Memorial High School JROTC cadets, color guard tonight, with Second Lieutenant Diego Butzman of the left rifle. Right rifle, Sergeant Tyler Baker. Carrying the U.S. flag is Sergeant Marcus Bartlett.
a couple of coaches in the Memorial Mustang site.
And then carrying the USMC flag, Lance Corporal Maya Cortez. And let's check in with some of our players to watch right now, starting with the Mackay quarterback Joaquin Valdez, only a sophomore. And he has been going great guns. He's actually the nephew of a RGB Sports Hall of Famer, Nati Valdez, who played at Mission Eagles and then later Division I college ball at Brigham Young. And Valdez having a great year with Mackay. He'll be leading the offensive attack here tonight. And on the other side, it'll be Max Alanis Joy, the running back for McAllen Memorial. Leads the team with 765 yards rushing. Also leads them in touchdowns this season. Alanis Joy rushed for over 1,300 yards last year and led the Mustangs in scoring. Be looking for big things tonight against their inner city rival. And now we'll take a look at the starters. First of all, for the visiting team tonight. That's unusual for Mackay, but they're technically the visitors. And Valdez, as we mentioned, at quarterback. And then Jaden Hedera at running back. Then Echezarreta Alvarez receivers. Alvarez, the leading receiver in that core. Also joined by Nick Karam and Brian Alanis. And then offensive line, you've got Trevino, Matthew Vega, Maddox Braxton is in the middle. Adrian Villarreal and Josh Herrera. Braxton and Villarreal are sophomores, the rest seniors. And looking at the defense, they've got a four-man defensive front led by Arroyo on one side, Hudson Hood on the other end. In between, Noe Elizondo and Heriberto Balderas. Linebackers, Diego Avila and Diego De La Rosa. And then our secondary is Nathan Rocha, join a start here tonight. And then Javier Villanueva Salazar is also joining a start, along with Will Hawk. And now I think we're going to go to the national anthem.
Marcus Bartlett, carrying the U.S. Marine Corps.
Announcing the
Lance Corporal Mia
color
Cortez.
guard at the moment.
Carrying the left rifle is Cadet
One more Bulldog one to get in there was Aiden Sanchez, also starting in defensive back. They run kind of a nickel back in their defense whole game long.
Remove your hats and caps for the singing of our
And now we're going to have the national anthem. National anthem tonight will be sung by Sarah Zamora from Memorial High School. She's a senior chamber and all-district choir member and a Superior UIL state solo vocalist.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Standing job.
We can see why she's a UIL state solo vocalist with that lovely rendition of the national anthem. Just moments away from kickoff now, McAllen Memorial Mustangs and the McAllen Bulldogs. Let's check out the Mustangs offense now. I'll show you the Bulldogs. And it'll start with J.P. Cortez in there at quarterback. Alaman and Rodriguez in the backfield. Goodson, Rivas, and Vigil are the receivers. Offensive line, Domian, you heard from. They've got a lot of seniors there, 3 seniors and 2 juniors. Cepeda, Trevino, Rodriguez, and Lang playing in there. And then on the defensive line, a 4-man front in Little, Salinas, Angel de Ochoa is back after nursing an injury for a while, and Eric Guajardo will be at the defensive end. Then the linebackers, Adrian De La Garza, Nico Lara will be starting at the middle linebacker for the second straight game, and Daniel De La Cruz, who was honored earlier tonight. We'll explain more about that. Defensive backs, Greg Reyna and Chris Hernandez are the corners. Chris Luna and Stephen Egan are the safeties. And here come the Bulldogs. Bulldogs in the playoffs last year, trying to get to the playoffs for what would be the second year in a row. They haven't gone back-to-back years since 2014, 2015. See if they can pull it off here tonight, and they'll need to win as the visiting team against the McAllen Memorial Mustangs.
And something to notice, Mark, on the starters for the McAllen Memorial Mustangs. 14 of the 22 starters are underclassmen, which includes 5 sophomore starters.
We'll show you an interesting graphic in a moment that compares these two teams as the Mustangs come galloping out onto the field. Exchanging low fives with Coach Moses Patterson. The series between these two goes back 48 years. First meeting was in 1983. Mustangs lead the series 21-19 and have won 12 consecutive meetings all the way back to 2009 when the Bulldogs pulled out a wild 45-42 victory that night. And information courtesy of Mr. Juan Medrano, a local Bulldog football historian. We appreciate him giving us a little bit of history there. But yeah, it's been a while since Mackay has won. And you know, Mario, earlier this week, I was at McAllen High School, and we were about to do a story about a program. We were interviewing a Mackay student, a female, and I was just trying to making small talk, and I said something about, this is a big game for you this Friday, isn't it? And she goes, yes, it's been 12 years. So without even me mentioning it, everyone, Mackay knows about it. You can see the records there. 3-3 are the Bulldogs. If they make it to 4-3, they're in the playoffs. They have to win here tonight. The Mustangs in kind of the spoiler role with a 2-4 district record.
And Mark, you have to remember, since the Mustangs are in a spoiler role, they are playing with house money. They have nothing to lose. So expect them to be a little bit more, try different things, you know. So I think on offense, I expect the Mustangs to try gadget plays here and there to see what they are capable of doing and putting the Bulldogs on a defense where they have to be a little bit nervous. So expect some unusual plays, Mark.
Yeah, both teams in a position to want to pull out all the stops. Cortez, a quarterback, going to toss this. Oh, he's Troy on first down. Here's a pass. Man is wide open. It's caught. It'll be at the 49-yard line. Dylan Goodson and Mario, you hit that one right on the head.
And I'll tell you one thing, Mark, that's what Timo Gonzalez, offensive coordinator, is going to do. But if they would have made a better pass on that, that would have been a touchdown right away. A trick play, and it worked. And Goodson did a good job of coming back for the ball and making at least a completion. How about that, Mark?
24 yards. You, sir, need to book the first flight to Las Vegas. Your prediction power. And here's a handoff on 1st and 10. That's Alanis Choi in the more traditional role we've seen him in.
And Mark, we know last time the Bulldogs played here, they jumped on the Warriors right away. They set the tone. So that's what they want to do, is set the tone tonight, take the lead, take control of the game early. Don't give the Mustangs that opportunity to think they're going to win this game.
Tez under center again. This is 2nd down and 6. Alanis Choi, handoff again. And fights his way for a gain of about 2. It'll bring up 3rd down. And we're having a little bit of a technical issue with our graphic. So at the moment you don't see the score or the time remaining or down in distance, but we'll keep you up to date on that.
And with a 3rd and 5 mark, I see it already so early in the game as a 2-down territory. 2 downs to get 5 yards because I don't see the Mustangs punting the ball.
Yeah, 3rd down, officially 4 here for the Mustangs. Minute and a half into the first quarter, no score. Toss left, and this is not going to get close. And the Bulldogs are going to hold serve here. And on the carry there was the Mustang running back. That was Gerardo Rodriguez. It's a senior, brought down by Hudson Hood. It'll be 4th down and 3.
Good job by the defensive line for the Bulldogs. And actually, I'm surprised that the Mustangs are going to punt the ball, but be careful. Could it be a fake punt? Or they want to pin down the Bulldog defense deep in their own territory.
See Max Alvarez a moment ago standing at his own 16-yard line. Waiting to receive. What could be a punt? It's not. It's going to be a pass over the middle and incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So we've seen 2 gadget plays on the first series of downs by the Mustangs. That one was intended for J.P. Garza.
Mark, he was open. It would have been a better pass. It would have had a 1st down and more yards. So how about the Mustangs are coming out? And they're going to challenge the Bulldogs and make them earn this victory so they can get into the playoffs.
So the Bulldogs will take over at their own 44, 9 minutes, 50 seconds to play in quarter number 1. 1st and 10, hand off here, Jaden Hedera bounces off the first man, but goes down after a gain of 1 at the Bulldog 45.
Jaden Hedera, last ball game here, he had a great ball game. So real good running back.
So 2nd down and 9 now for the Bulldogs. Zachary Hernandez came in for a moment. We'll check out. He plays both receiver and quarterback sometimes.
And Herrera came into this game with 434 yards. Every time he touches the ball, he gains 6 yards.
Man in motion. That was Karam, and now we've got a flag.
False start. Number 61, offense. 5-yard penalty.
Although it's just 5 yards, Mark, the Bulldogs want to stay away from those mistakes, those negative plays. They don't need them.
So I'll back him up to the 40. 9 minutes to go in the first quarter. 2nd down and 14 now for the Bulldogs. No score if you've just joined us here at DQ Fan Field. Nick Karam goes in motion, turns up field. Here's a deep pass left side for Echezarreta, and incomplete. Coverage on the play by cornerback Greg Reyna. And it'll be 3rd and long now.
job on the defensive side by Reina. You know how dangerous Echeserreta is.
Echeserreta, one of the top receivers for this Mackay team, had a big year last year as well.
Valdez's stats come in here to this game. 88 for 173 throws. 1,231 yards.
Over 1,200 yards in just 9 games.
13 touchdowns here.
Play clock at 10 seconds. 3rd down and 14. Karam goes in motion. Quick pass, a flanker screen. Alvarez here breaks one tackle up near midfield and brought down about the 49. He'll be about 5 yards shy of the first down. For a 9-yard pickup.
It looks like the Bulldogs will be punting. That is catch number 33 for Alvarez.
Tackled by the linebacker, Daniel De La Cruz. De La Cruz honored before tonight's game with a state award called the Unsung Hero Award. That's by Dave Campbell's Texas Football. A bouncer into Alvarez, who's able to get the punt off. It's going to be short. So he was lucky it wasn't blocked, and it'll be not returnable, but the Mustangs will have good field position at their own 35.
Alvarez did a good job of not panicking. That would have been a huge special teams mistake. De La Cruz in the last tackle, that was his 70th tackle of the year.
So 1st and 10, Mustangs, their own 35, their second possession. No scores yet, 8:03 to play in the first. Big rivalry between these two goes back 40 seasons. And here's a handoff. This is second carry of the game for Rodriguez. Doesn't get too much, maybe a couple. They'll bring up 2nd down.
The Bulldog defense playing inspired defense. Take a look at the tackle. There were about 5 Bulldogs in there, led by number 45, was the first one to hit. That's Andrew Cuevas.
7.5 to go. Go ahead.
Sorry, Diego Avila. I saw the wrong roster.
2nd down and 7. 7.5 to play first quarter. Toss left. This is Alanis Choi trying to get outside. Uses a stiff arm there and has a first down up near midfield. Great run there by Alanis Choi. Still only a junior.
Yeah, once you get outside, he's very dangerous.
Or correction, he's a senior.
He used that
yards.
Stiff arm to get that first down. Max Alanis, 765 yards coming into this game on the ground.
Mustangs with a 1st and 10 right at midfield. Cortez, toss left. This is Rodriguez. Picks up a block from Alanis Choi and has some decent yardage up to about the 42 in Mackay territory.
And the left side of the Mustang offensive line with a big push. Made it easy for Rodriguez.
It'll be 2nd down and 2. They'll give him credit for 8. We're at 6:45 to go in the first quarter. No score. This is the Mustangs' second possession. Man in motion, that's Goodson. Has 1 catch already tonight. And here's handoff. Rodriguez hit in the backfield and then brought down for no gain. First contact was by the defensive lineman, Noe Elizondo.
Yes, Noe Elizondo. He almost got to the ball there so quick on the rush, Mark. He could have actually maybe cost a fumble. As soon as they gave out the handoff, he was already there. The 3rd and 2 mark, it has to be 2 down territory for the Mustangs.
3rd and 2, 6 minutes to go here in the first. Four down linemen for the Bulldogs. They're going to rush everybody. Here's a handoff. This is Allen East Joy. First down and more. Breaks another tackle into the secondary and is down to about the 21-yard line. A big run of 21 yards there for Allen East Joy.
The Bulldog defense better know that when McAllen East Joy carries the ball the way he did here, you're not going to give him an arm tackle. He's not going to come down that easy. As you can see right there, that's easy for McAllen East Joy.
Call it a 20-yard gain. 50 yards now for the Mustang running game. First and 10 at the Bulldog 20. Toss left. This is Rodriguez. Inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line before he's brought down. Elizondo in there on that tackle once more, and John Alamán, the linebacker, too.
Every time you gain 5 yards, that tells you that your offensive line is winning the battle in the trenches.
So second down and 6, under 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. And the Mustangs on the march now in the red zone. And Goodson will line up wide to the right side. 2 men in the backfield. This is Allen East Joy here, looking for a hole. Not really there. Surges forward for a gain of, actually back to the line of scrimmage. And this will bring up third down.
Noe Elizondo again, the junior, putting in a lot of pressure. It'll be 3rd and 5. And here's where we talk about the keys to the game, Mark. Ball control and big stops. Who's going to win that key?
They'll give him credit for 1 yard. So 3rd down and 5. Mustangs 1 for 2 on 3rd down so far. Unbalanced line to the left side. Gonna hand this off. Rodriguez straight ahead. First down. Still turning down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Javier Villanueva bringing them down and saving the touchdown.
So right now, the Bulldog defense having trouble with that big, powerful offensive line that keeps opening the holes. This time the hole opened to the right side.
This drive now almost 4.5 minutes old. 1st and goal, handoff Rodriguez, bottled up the line of scrimmage. Arroyo there with the first contact, and then also the linebacker, Diego Avila, in there on that stop.
Arroyo trying to make sure that the Bulldog defense makes a stop, and no wonder he was highlighted before the game.
This will be the 10th play of the drive. Started with 8 minutes on the clock. It's now under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. No score as yet. 2nd and goal for the Mustangs. Goodson in motion. Toss right. This is Cortez goes in, or Garza rather, and Garza, the sophomore, goes in for the score. And the Mustangs are on the board first here in this big rivalry match.
The big deal, once again, Mark, the offensive line for the Mustangs.
So J.P. Garza with the TD, capitalizing on a 10-play, 65-yard drive there for the Mustangs. The hold by J.P. Garza, and then the kick is good by Jonathan Sanchez. And the score, with 2:43 to play in the first quarter, is 7-0 Mustangs. And time now for the Smile Cam.
It's got to be a lot of smiles right there in the student body, wearing those neon colors. It's been a tough year for the Mustang Nation, but victory here can help end the season. Saw one of the parents there that looked like Dahlia. Great push by the offensive line, making it easy for J.P. Garza, the sophomore.
All right, 2:43 to go in the first quarter, 7-0 Mustangs. You can see a sea of purple on that far side, the Bulldog fans and the Bulldog marching band. It's the regular season finale for both teams. McAllen hopes to be playing this time next week, but they'll have to win tonight to do so. Kickoff caught at the 9, across the 20. Big hole here at the 30. This is Zachary Hernandez at the 50. Now at the 30, the 20, and a touchdown. But hold everything, there is a flag down.
It's going to be unfortunate, Mark, because it's probably going to come back. Exactly what the Bulldogs needed. But that flag came early as the play developed.
A 91-yard kickoff return there by Zachary Hernandez. I think coming back.
Holding, number 25 of the return team. It's from the spot at the top. Now.
So now the Mustang fans are cheering, knowing that the touchdown is coming off the board. That's a spot foul. It occurred way back at the Bulldog 44-yard line.
And here the officials mark the referee Juan Rodriguez. And we got umpire Jose Angel Gracia, linesman Jose Hinojosa, line judge Vicente Reina, back judge Ronald Jackson, field judge Dion Gobayan Jr., and the side judge Edgar Gonzalez.
So a 10-yard penalty will put the Bulldogs back at their 34. Still not a bad place to start off. Oh, and we've got our graphic back. Appreciate our director, Raul Ramos, and our engineering crew for working on that. There's a big run here on first down by the running back, Angel Anaya. And that's a first down.
Great hole right up the middle. So here's where the Bulldogs need to get a couple of first downs, Mark. The majority of this first quarter, the Bulldog offense has been on the sideline because so far the Mustangs have controlled the time of possession. So they need a couple of first downs and give the defense a break.
Yeah, that Mustang scoring drive, 5 minutes and 20 seconds. JP Garza put him up 7-0. Long pass here. And couldn't quite bring it in was Echezarreta. Second time they've gone deep to him. And both times, cornerback Greg Reyna was in position.
That was a pretty good pass right there. Probably should have been caught. Not an easy pass to catch. But, you know, Echezarreta, he usually catches those passes.
Under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. By the way, if you're looking at the timeouts, both teams do have all three of their timeouts. Hand off, Anaya trying to get outside. It's going to be brought down for no gain. Great play there by the middle linebacker, Nico Lara. Going to bring up third down and 10.
It's about who's going to make the big plays. And Nico Lara coming into this game with 45 total tackles, of which a lot of them, 33, are solo tackles. He always does a good job with the solo tackles.
Good textbook tackle there by Lara. So third down and 10 here for the Bulldogs. 2 men in the backfield. Valdez to throw, now wants to run, has some room, got the first down, still going, and could be off to the races, has one man to beat, and pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. It'll be a first and goal here for the Bulldogs.
Well, that play started with a lot of time, and the young sophomore, Joaquin Valdez, couldn't find nobody open, and he demonstrates he is a fast quarterback. Great decision by Joaquin Valdez. And yes, he's a sophomore, Mark, but after all the games they played so far, he could be already considered a junior. He's got experience.
35-yard jaunt all the way down to the 10-yard line. This is first and goal. Valdez looking to throw, is being chased, and basically has to throw that one away. Went low to Alvarez. I think was looking more to just avoid a sack there, and he'll bring up second down and goal.
And that's a smart play, Mark. Just nothing was going to develop. Avoided losing yards, and who was the one putting pressure on him?
I see a penalty there. It was Adrian Garza, the sophomore linebacker, giving chase. Came in unmolested. And a 5-yard penalty here against the Bulldogs.
Got to give credit to the Bulldog fans. Although they're considered the visitors, Mark, it's pretty packed. on the east side of the stadium where the visitors sit.
And they get the down back, and here's a run by the quarterback. Doesn't go much of anywhere. Mustangs all over that one once again. And it was defender bringing him down, the linebacker, De La Cruz.
De La Cruz having an excellent season. He is their leading tackler, and you can see why. Daniel De La Cruz. Like I said before, he came in with 69 total tackles, and he's way above that now.
So it'll be second down, 17 now. Last 30 seconds of the first quarter. Second down and goal, really. Valdez to throw, has protection. Man is there, Alvarez! It's called, it's a touchdown! Max Alvarez, the leading receiver for the Bulldogs, answers the call once more, and the Bulldogs 1 point away from tying it up.
What a pass, Mark. Right on the money. Alvarez came into this game with 32 receptions, 4 touchdowns, make it 5. But wow, can't wait for the replay on that beautiful pass by Valdez.
5-play, 64-yard drive. There's Aaron Ramirez. Extra point. So line drive, and it is good. And our score, with 18 seconds left in quarter number 1, is 7-7. And it is game on here at DQ Fan Field. Another look at the touchdown here, Mario.
Perfect pass, Mark. What can you say? Right on the money.
All right, we'll be back with more football night in McAllen right after this.
Ford is proud to sponsor tonight's game and honor student athletes pursuing excellence on and off the field. Enjoy the drive.
All right, there you see the Bulldog fans in the dog pound, as they affectionately call it. Having a good time tonight, wearing a lot of white, a lot of purple over there. And you can see the team is wearing their all-gold uniforms. I think just the second time that we've seen them here at home wearing the all-gold. 7-7 game right now. And let's see where this went out. It did not go through the end zone, so this is going to bring it out to the 30-yard line for the Mustangs as it went out before that pylon.
And Mark Alvarez, who scored a touchdown, I'd like to send out a shout out to his grandparents. I saw them before the game.
First down. One more.
The grandparents, Mark, are Eloy Salinas and his lovely wife. I believe it's Angie. And you know who the head coach at Texas A&I or Texas A&M Kingsville is? That should be his uncle.
Wow.
Yeah. So he comes from a family of sports family.
So 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Their own 30-yard line. 7-7 game. Rodriguez gets the toss and fumbles the football. Cortez able to fall on it and avoid disaster there. That'll bring up second down.
Wow, what a huge play by Cortez. Alert.
Yeah, just lost a single yard instead of losing possession. We've reached the end of quarter number 1. But we're going to keep it here. 7-7 game. Teams will switch in, so they're going to have a quick ceremony at midfield. Earlier tonight, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine awarded a Unsung Hero Award to Memorial linebacker Daniel De La Cruz. Now they're going to give out their Parent Appreciation Award. And this is across the entire state of Texas. Parent Appreciation Award presented by Floor and Decor to Miss. And you see Mr. Alvarez, the principal there. Yeah, Miss Brenda Hinojosa there in white. the $500 that will go to a program at Memorial High School. Parent Appreciation Award, and we appreciate Floor and Decor and Dave Campbell's Texas Football for supporting our parents and earlier tonight supporting our students. These are state awards here.
Unbelievable.
Big time.
It happens a lot here in McAllen ISD. Mark, you think anybody from the Lobo land is looking at this game or listening to this game from Palmview?
Oh, I imagine they are watching closely in La Jolla tonight as La Jolla Palmview, who is playing La Jolla Juarez Lincoln, if Palmview wins that game, which they are favored to do so, they would need a MAC-High loss in order to get into the playoffs. So I'm sure they are keeping tabs on this game. 7-7 our score. We're in the second quarter. Hand off to J.P. Garza, who able to barely get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11 here for the Mustangs.
Here's an opportunity for the Bulldog defense to get a big stop that we talked about as keys to the game. Because once that Mustang offense starts to roll, very dangerous. Mark, in a 3rd and 11 is a situation that the Mustang offense usually does not like to be in. It's a passing down. Although Cortez he's done pretty good. 32 out of 85.
Yeah, when he goes to the air, they can be effective, and they have some good weapons too, and that can go into the pattern. Cortez back to throw, has time, now fires, and incomplete. Intended for Daniel Rivas, junior receiver, and I'll bring up 4th and 11.
What a pass. There is a penalty, though. There's a holding. Obviously, the penalty is going to be declined, but Cortez is now going to get credit for that pass completion. But, boy, he put a bullet right there where he needed to be. Should have been caught.
Alanis Choi comes in for what would be his first punt. They had a fake punt earlier in the game. That was on a much shorter situation. 4th and about 3. This is 4th and 11. Alvarez staying back to receive at his own 40-yard line. And it is a punt, but it's going to be well away from Alvarez. And the Bulldogs will end up with some good field position here just inside Mustang territory.
And with that big stop, let's see if the Bulldogs, who just scored a touchdown, they can carry that momentum.
So this will actually be well inside Mustang territory, 41-yard line. A punt of just 12 yards.
Telling you, Mark, those special teams can win games for you.
Still in the first minute of play of the second quarter. 7-7 our score. 1st and 10 here. Jaden Hidetto gets the call and fights his way forward for a gain of 2 to bring up 2nd down.
Not much on that carry.
You see, look at the linebacker, Nico Lara. Lara getting his first start only last week. And then here's a run straight ahead, and that's Alvarez. Alvarez with a modest gain, and will bring up 3rd down.
Defense for the Mustangs, they're very young, Mark. You know, Coach Shelby's thinking 2 plays to try to get themselves 6 yards.
Now 3rd and 6. 10 minutes to go here in the first half. Now Valdez thought he was moving out of formation, but just running over to tell his teammate Pedetta something. Pedetta comes over for a fake. Valdez steps up in the pocket, going to throw long, 2 receivers in the area, and it's caught! It's caught at the 8-yard line. That's Nick Karam, and it's going to be 1st and goal. Check that, it's Brian Alanis on the catch, but a great catch there by Matt Kai, and they'll have 1st and goal inside the 10.
Pretty much, Brian Alanis said, this is my ball. He went, he came back to get it. You can see it right here. He jumped up there to get it. That is his 17th reception of the year.
28 yards on that pickup. And here's Valdez rolling out now, wants to run it at the 5. Oh, and hit hard at about the 3-yard line. Clock will continue to run. A little bit of a chippiness over there on the sideline.
That
This
play
was a hard hit.
Yeah, that play developed because of Valdez. He made a good fake. You know, you're a quarterback and you're a defender. You have that opportunity, Mark, to hit a quarterback. That is the ultimate goal. Hit a quarterback and hit him hard.
Adrian Garza on the hit. Here's a handoff. Hedera on 2nd and goal, and he crashes into the end zone, breaks the plane, and it's a touchdown, and the Bulldogs have their first lead of the night.
And it goes back, Mark. Yes, the Bulldogs did what they have to do, score a touchdown, but it goes back to that big stop by the Bulldog defense. They're the ones that gave you the ball. Give them credit.
They'll line up for the extra point. 8:46 to play in the first half. Bulldogs in front. Alvarez is the holder. Ramirez the kicker. Goes up and it's good. Ramirez 2 for 2 now, and our score is 14-7 in favor of Mackay. 8:46 to play. Here's another look at the touchdown on 2nd and goal. Hedera, you can see, was hit at about the line of scrimmage, was able to fight his way just barely across that white goal line for the TD. Bulldogs 14, Mustangs 7. We'll continue after this. And we're back here on Football Night in McAllen. You can see the Bulldog side, the marching band. See them at halftime. And there's the Bulldog football team, which has just taken a 14-7 lead. Fell behind 7-0, now has 14 unanswered. Just barely into the second quarter with 8:46 still to play before halftime. You saw a shot there of Dylan Goodson back to receive, standing about his 8-yard line. Bulldog scoring drive went 41 yards. Remember, there was a short punt, 41 yards in 5 plays. Big play was a 28-yard pass to Alanis. Set up a 1st and goal. Caught at the 25 here, trying to turn the corner, across the 30 to about the 36-yard line. That was Greg Reyna on the return.
And give credit to the Bulldogs, Mark. Remember, they had that kickoff return called back on a penalty, and they could have panicked and say, wow, we had a momentum kind of.
Yeah, you can kind of start crying over spilled milk.
Right.
Or you can just tighten your chin straps a little bit. So Bulldogs in front. 8.5 to play. Both teams with all 3 of their timeouts. Unbalanced line to the left here. They're going to run this to the left. This is Rodriguez. Turns the corner. Stepped out of bounds at around the 45-yard line. It's going to be just short, probably 1 yard shy of the first down. They'll bring up 2nd down.
And you bet Moses Patterson will continue to run on that left side. They've been real successful. Big yardage every time they go to the left side.
You can see Rodriguez stepping out of bounds with his left foot.
Behind Domian.
Yeah, Domian, this is his last game as a senior, one of the Rio Grande Valley's most highly touted offensive linemen. Got a flag down here as Rodriguez is stopped at about the 49. Did pick up the 1st down, but we'll see what the flag is about. See Coach Moses Patterson there on the right. His 2nd year as head coach.
Personal foul. Hand to the face. Number 76 of the offense. 15 yards from the foul. We play 2nd down.
Oh, interesting.
Yep, and those are not the mistakes that Coach Patterson wants.
Now he picked up the 1st down with a 4-yard gain to the 49. But because of the 15-yard penalty, that moves them back to the 34. And they'll get the down back. It'll be 2nd down again. So, but 2nd and 12 now. First penalty of the night on the Mustangs. And here they go on second down. Cortez wants to run, evades one tackler, now throws, kind of an awkward angle there, goes incomplete, I believe intended for Goodson. And it'll bring up third down and 12.
Pressure by the defense cost Cortez to scramble, and he did a good job of getting open. You take a look at right there. Anytime you make a quarterback run and throw in a hurry, the percentage of a completion goes down.
And actually, it might have been Rodriguez that knocked that ball down. It might have been trying to hit, not sure if he was trying to hit Goodson or Rodriguez. But I think Rodriguez had stuck a hand out, and it went off him. So going to be third down and 12. You can see the Bulldogs in kind of a prevent defense. They'll rush three. Cortez with time has to dump it off on the right side, and this won't go anywhere. Great job, open field tackle there on Sebastian Alaman, and the tackle by Diego Avila.
That is what you want your linebackers to do. Diego Avila, first you have to defend the pass, and then second, you got to make sure that you get that tackle when you have that opportunity, especially a solo tackle. And there could have been a little bit of a touch of a face mask, but not called.
Here's Alanis Choi, his second punt. This is high. You saw Alvarez back to receive. Won't get a chance on this one. Takes a fantastic Mustang bounce and goes out of bounds. Not quite inside the 20, but it'll pin the Bulldogs back at the 22-yard line. So Bulldogs have scored touchdowns each of their last two possessions. See what they do here with 7:20 to play here in the second quarter.
And since the momentum is clearly on the Bulldog side, this is where you gotta just keep it going. You're the team that needs to win, so keep it going.
So first and 10, Bulldogs, their own 22. Have all three of their timeouts. Snap to Valdez. We'll give this to Hernandez. Has a lot of speed across the 30, 35, up to about the 38-yard line. That'll move the chains. 16 yards on that run.
He looked real good on that one. He was looking for a hole to open, and then he runs over the defender. Came into this game with 12 carries only and 130 yards.
That was safety Chris Luna who brought him down. You see Coach Patrick Shelby there in his fourth year as head coach. Here's Hernandez again, another big hole. First down and more in the Mustang territory. Brought down at the 35-yard line. Possible touchdown saving tackle by cornerback Chris Hernandez.
There is a flag on the play, and it's probably going to come back. And those are the type of penalties that will hurt a team if it does come back. The officials are having a discussion. But what a run by Hernandez. Hasn't been used a lot. Came into this game with only 12 carries.
After the unsportsmanlike conduct, number 14 of the defense. Half the distance to goal. First down.
Wow, a big run and then a 15-yard penalty tacked on.
And that happens sometimes when rivalries are playing each other. You get a little bit more emotional. You really want to beat each other. Remember, this kid's Mark here in McAllen. They've probably been playing each other since they were in the boys club football. And then they play each other middle school football. And they see each other 7-7 football. So they know each other. It's all about pride.
So 27-yard run and 15 yards penalty makes it a 42-yard play. First and 10 here at the 20. And here's Hernandez outside. Breaks a tackle at the 5-yard line and near the pylon. And I think they're saying touchdown, but there is a flag down. There's a flag way back near the line of scrimmage.
That's unfortunate again if it is against the Bulldogs. That's going to be the second time the Bulldogs score, and they hurt themselves with a penalty. We'll see what the call is.
Just broke the, hit the pylon, which is part of the end zone. It looks like that touchdown will be coming back. That would be the second Bulldog touchdown negated by penalty.
Where did they find Zachary Hernandez? He's a big-time ball carrier, Mark.
Yep, and you can see there's an official's timeout right now.
Yeah, came into this game. Look at this beautiful run. He came into this game with only 12 carries and 130 yards. Every time he touches the ball, 10.8 yards per carry.
And there you see the official signaling touchdown. But we have an official's timeout at the moment. 6:26 to play before halftime. And the score remains 14-7 at the moment. Still not certain what the flag was about.
Certainly would be nice if the official could tell us, but maybe by rule they have to wait after an injury to let you know what's going on. Real simple tonight, Mark. Win and you're in. That's for the Bulldogs.
And for the Mustangs, something to build upon for next year. And of course, there's always a lot of pride involved whenever you're playing your crosstown rival. Like you said, Mario, all the players know each other, grew up together.
The families know each other. Little bragging rights in the city.
Yeah, I've got Thanksgiving coming up. You want to be able to sit at the table with your head held high.
You remember the last time the Bulldogs won, Mark? I wasn't your partner back then, but I was on the field when they did. Wasn't it when they had that kickoff?
That's right. That's right. It was a crazy, crazy game. The Mustangs actually scored a go-ahead touchdown with about 30 seconds remaining. The Bulldogs then returned the kickoff all the way back for the winning touchdown. Here's the call.
Holding, number 12, offense, 10, play first down.
So the touchdown does come off the board as we suspected. 10-yard penalty is going to be assessed. And getting back to that game back in 2009, the Bulldogs score the Mustangs scored what they thought would be a winning touchdown. Everybody went nuts on the Mustang side. They were the visitors that night. Bulldogs run the kickoff back for a touchdown, score with under 10 seconds remaining. And then the Bulldog side goes ecstatic. And then the Mustangs nearly run their kickoff back all the way, tackled at the 3-yard line. Just incredible. Here's a high ball going for the end zone, and this is going to be incomplete. Is Reyna covering Alanis down there, no flag. And that'll bring up second down. Remember, they got the down back because of the holding call, so we're just now at second down, and Bulldogs here decide to go for the home run ball.
And it looks like they're just, it's a high. It's kind of like an unusual pass, high, almost like a jump ball in basketball. And they believe Brian Alanis, like he did in a previous play, will go up and come down with the ball. 2nd and 20.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, Mario. It was a jump ball, basically. They're hoping he can run underneath. Here's a flanker screen. Alvarez wide open in the middle. The 20 at the 10. And he's going to go in for a touchdown. They'll hold everything. Another flag is down.
That's against the Bulldogs. That's going to be the third.
For 66.
That's a third touchdown that the officials have called. And that has to hurt, especially when you need the points, you need to score. But what a call, Mark. That was a beautiful play.
That was nice execution. We'll look at it again anyway here. There's an illegal block in the back that had already taken place by this point. You see Alvarez going in for what appeared for a moment was his second score of the night. One of the Valley's top receivers, having a great year.
That makes it second down and about 25 yards, Mark. Huge penalties that if the Bulldogs don't score, they might play a factor if they win tonight.
It was a spot foul, so unusually it becomes a net loss of 4 yards on the penalty. And here on 2nd and 24, they're going to run this left. This is Valdez up to about the 32-yard line before he's upended by the linebacker Garza. And it'll bring up 3rd down and a country mile.
Yep, that's going to be a 3rd and long, obvious passing down. But the Bulldogs, they're having success tonight with the passing attack.
Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. And the Bulldogs facing 3rd and 22 now.
You can see in the background offensive coordinator, Philip Romero.
And does with some protection, but the pocket closes rapidly. And he's going to be brought down to the line of scrimmage.
Give credit to the secondary for the Mustang defense. And it looks like because the Bulldogs are looking for points, Mark. Nowhere to go. The 12 in on the tackle.
Yeah, Eric Guajardo and Matthew Lopez in there on that tackle. It was actually a loss of yards, so it will be a sack.
It looks like the Bulldogs, even though the ball's at the 32, they're going to play field position. They do have 3 timeouts. They're going to try to pin down the Mustangs as far back as they can.
And there's a bouncer into Alvarez. Second time he's had a little bit of trouble. Was trying to aim that one well away from the return man. Jimmy Martinez, I think it was. And it goes out around the 20-yard line.
That was not a very good punt, but it's not easy. These are high school kids trying to master a skill to pin down the Mustangs deep in the territory. So let's see who wins that battle, but that's a big touchdown off the board.
So unbalanced line to the right here. They'll toss it to Alanis Troy. Nowhere to go to the right. He is forced to reverse himself and is knocked down after a short gain to bring up 2nd down. Now on the tackle there was defensive back Syed Esparza. So take another look here.
He did a good job, Mark, of not being fooled. That is, he came into this game with 22 tackles, of which 13 were solo. So excellent play, because you let McAllen ISD go outside of your defense and you're in trouble.
There we see defensive end Solomon Arroyo. What a game he had last week against Nicky Rowe.
Yeah, he had
huge defensive plays, including
touchdown,
a
right?
fumble return for a touchdown. That's right. And here on 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs, Cortez throws. It's caught. This is Rodriguez. And it's going to be brought down at about the 25. First touch there by Sal Kizar, who drew a start at defensive back tonight.
Oh, the Bulldog defense is playing inspired. Only on the early possession by the Mustangs. Take a look at the Bulldog defense, but only on that possession where they gave up a lot of yards, the Bulldog defense has settled down.
So 3rd down and 6. Mustangs 2 for 5 on 3rd down. Just over 3 minutes to go. Crucial down. Bulldogs can get the ball back and possibly get more points. And here's a big sack. Huge sack. That's Hudson Hood. And Hudson closed the door. You can watch him strut there a little bit with a big sack there. A loss all the way back to the 16-yard line. So we see it again here. See Hudson is able to shed his block.
He won that battle, didn't he? Huge play, and the Bulldogs immediately call a timeout so they can save some time because they should get good field position after the punt.
All right, we'll take a break. It's Mackay 14, Memorial 7. We'll continue right after this.
Whether it's high-level athletic performance or enjoying sports and exercise, injuries happen. Get back to your best with quality, close-to-home orthopedic and sports medicine care. South Texas Health System Clinics Ortho South Texas has the team of experienced physicians for diagnosis and treatment protocols. Let's get it back. South Texas Health System Clinics.
And we're back, punting formation here. Bulldogs put some pressure, but Alanis Troy able to get it off. and gets it by Alvarez, who kind of misjudged the bounce a little bit, as this is going to cost the Bulldogs huge yardage. Mustangs slide in on it, thinking Alvarez may have touched it, but it's going to be a dead ball to be Bulldog football way back at about their 12-yard line. This is a special teams mistake here, isn't it, Mario?
Big time, because they should have gotten good field position. You got to go come up and get the ball, and when you don't, you let that ball go, and McAllen ISD got the bounce. How long was that field goal, Mark?
Oh, yes, and Alvarez actually kind of stuck his hand out there a couple of times. I don't think he touched the ball, so you don't see the rotation of the ball change at all, but a big punt there, 64 yards. So 2:48 to go here in the first half. All 3 timeouts for the Bulldogs as Hernandez a big run here. First down and more into the Mustangs secondary, all the way up to about the 39-yard line.
Where did this guy come out from, Mark? He is just like a surprise. Zachary Hernandez.
So 29-yard run there.
Excellent blocking on the left side of the Bulldog offensive line.
Took 3 Mustangs to bring him down. 1st and 10 here. Handoff. It's Hernandez again. Across the 40 to about the 44, and a gain of 4 on the play. Bulldogs still have 2 timeouts left with 2:18 to go. Clock is running.
Plenty of time. I don't think time is a factor, Mark, but if they would have had a decent play on that punt, the Bulldogs would have already been close to the 30-yard line on their side. Mustang side.
Hernandez being attended to. So 2nd down and 6 now. Handoff Hedera, and he's going to be brought down for a loss. Great defending. I think first contact there was Matthew Lopez for the Mustangs. This will bring up 3rd down.
Lopez busted the play right away.
It's actually a loss of a yard. Bulldogs 1 for 4 on 3rd down. Facing a 3rd and 7 here with 90 seconds to play in the first half. There's a pass over to Karam as a flanker screen. It breaks down quickly, and the Mustangs hold him to a short gain to bring up 4th down. A couple of Mustangs in there on the play, Diego Nelson and also Adrian Garza.
And now the Mustangs will call it timeout.
Yeah, Mustangs using their first timeout. We're going to have the fan cam now. They're in the latter part of the 2nd quarter. Fan cam.
Takes a little while for them to realize that they're on the camera on the big, huge screen here at the stadium.
There's a feature Mustang right there.
Yeah.
A little brother, busy playing video games. Oh, another feature Mustang.
There you go. They're all here tonight. Maybe they're the little Mustangs will be running here at the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
All right, so it's a 4th and 7 now. So punt formation for the Bulldogs. All it is their punter. A little bit of pressure put on, but he gets this away. Doesn't look like the Mustangs will be able to return it. And it's going to be killed inside the 20 at the 16-yard line. A terrific punt there. Goes 41 yards. Both teams doing a good job of keeping the ball away from the returners on those punts. Mustangs will take over with 1:04 to play before halftime. First down at their own 16. Might see if they take a deep shot here. Cortez tonight has completed 3 of 6 passes for 27 yards. Toss right, and here it's going to be a fumble in the backfield after they try the reverse. It was handed off to Alaman, who tried to give the ball to Goodson. Goodson falling on the loose ball to prevent a disaster there, but they lose 5 yards.
That would have been a disaster. That would have given the Bulldogs around the 10-yard line. And the Bulldogs, they could have been up 21-7, Mark. We'll see that comebacks to haunt them, and those touchdowns that were called back because of penalties.
Yeah, so 2nd and 15 now. Mustangs no longer interested in stopping the clock. 21 seconds. I'll give it to Alaman. Crosses the 10 and flipped down at about the 14. Gets 3 yards out of it, and that'll probably be the last play before the half. Well, maybe looks like the Bulldogs may have stopped it now. No indication of who called the timeout. Oh, actually, it's going to be the Bulldogs now. They'll credit the Bulldogs with the timeout. That's their second. You could see only about 12 seconds or so left in quarter number 2. 14-7 our score. It was Mustangs with the 5-yard run by J.P. Garza that put them up. And then Mackay answered back with 2 touchdowns. Max Alvarez caught a 17-yard pass from Valdez. And then Jaden Herrera bowled his way in from 2 yards out. It's actually 3rd down here for the Mustangs. Facing a 3rd and 11. Bulldogs would likely use their last timeout after this play if they get a stop. Oh, there's a nice draw here. This is Rodriguez. Has a 1st down and more. And then steps out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds at about the 35 and a gain of 21 yards. That puts the Mustangs over 100 yards rushing. And maybe the Mustangs can try for one more play here. Mustangs do have 2 timeouts. Bulldogs have 1. 5 seconds left in the half. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 35. Not really enough time to complete a short pass and get out of bounds, and probably just to have to heave this one up for the end zone. We're going to toss it again. This is Alaman. Has some room at the 40, 45, up to the 47. 12-yard run. That'll look good on the stat sheet, but otherwise doesn't help. And we are at halftime. And at the half, it's 14-7 in favor of the Mackay Bulldogs. But don't go away. We're going to have our Performance Therapeutic halftime kick, and one of our officers in full uniform will attempt this kick. Chance to win $100 from Performance Therapeutic. If you make a 12-yard kick. And this is one of the officers who's stationed at Memorial. So yeah, that actually does have the Memorial connection, even though he's technically part of the McAllen ISD Police Department. This is Officer Juan Jaime. It's up and it's good, no doubt about it. He wins $100 courtesy of Performance Therapeutics. We appreciate them for supporting all our educators here at McAllen ISD. And Officer Jaime, we appreciate him and all his colleagues for everything they do to help keep our students and our staff and everyone at McAllen ISD safe. All right, now coming up here at halftime, we'll have the Mackay Steppers, followed by the Mackay Marching Band. And then we'll have McAllen Memorial's Prancers out there, along with the Memorial Marching Band. Enjoy all that. We'll have some halftime stats for you, some highlights. And enjoy the halftime festivities. We'll see you on the other side. 14-7 our score.
Ramirez. Steppers, the field is yours.
Officers for the Steppers are Captain Junior Nate Rodriguez, Showtime International All-Star and Showmakers of America All-Star. First Lieutenant Junior Riley Allman, Showtime International All-Star. Second Lieutenant Sophomore Dariana Luna, Showmakers of America All-Star. Ladies and gentlemen, your Stepper of the Week is Julia Martinez. Tonight, the Steppers will be dancing one last time to Uptown Funk. Ladies and gentlemen, with live on-field accompaniment provided by the McAllen High School Battling Bulldog Marching Band, let's hear it for the Mackay Steppers! Thank you, Steppers. And thank you, Mackay Band. The Battling Bulldog Band is under the field direction of drum majors Juliana Gonzalez and Enrique Castillo. Ladies and gentlemen, color guard students of the week are Lindsay Gagne and Carol Flores. Band students of the week are Sienna Gutierrez and Alfredo Resendez. The section of the week is the trumpet. Tonight, the McAllen High School is proud to be joined on the field by band students from both Travis Middle School and Morris Middle School as a part of their annual middle school band night. In addition to performing tonight alongside the McAllen High School, the Morris and Travis band spent the afternoon rehearsing with the high school band, as well as spending some social time all together as future Bulldogs, even joining in this afternoon's highly spirited pep rally. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the combined Mackay, Morris, and Travis bands as they perform the Hey Song. Morris Middle School Band Directors Mrs. Dorina Kingston and Mr. Jerzane Bernal for their efforts every day to train the future Bulldog Band. We couldn't have a high school band without these hardworking teachers, and we thank them for their dedication and their support. The combined bands will now perform again for the McHigh fans. Let's hear it for your combined McHigh Vertical Team Band playing the Hay Song. McAllen Bulldog Band. The McAllen High School would like to thank Superintendent of Schools Dr. J.A. Gonzalez, Director of Fine Arts Ms. Deborah Loya, McAllen High School Principal Mr. Albert Canales, and our entire McAllen ISD Board of Trustees for their support that they provide to music education in McAllen ISD.
And now, McAllen fans on your feet as we honor our community as
to McAllen with a spelling of the McAllen in the Football Classic, the National Emblem March, and the McAllen High School Fight Song. H. I, always and forever, we are McAllen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our halftime festivities featuring McAllen Memorial's finest student performers, the Prancers, Color Guard, and the band that rocks the Rio Grande, the McAllen Memorial Mustang Marching Band. Now taking the field, our Memorial Prancers.
Ladies and gentlemen, entertaining you this evening are McAllen, Texas pride and joy, the award-winning Memorial High School Prancers. Showmakers Officer All-American, Showmakers Team All-American, Miss Showmaker, Major Camille Reynolds. Francis are under the direction of Olympia de Leon
Director score is Camille Reynolds and Hannah Garcia.
evening, the Memorial Band program is going to take time to honor especially the students who have dedicated their time, energy, loyalty, and hard work to the Memorial Mustang Band program for the last 12 years.
Our Mustang Band senior class of 2023 have overcome obstacles to lead our band program to great success on the football field and on the concert stage for 4 years that they have been with us. The Mustang Band program thanks you for your dedication to everyone in the program, for your loyalty and hard work. And have you put in continued tradition of excellence we strive for each and every year. We wish you and all success life has to offer you in your future endeavors. Tonight we honor your parents for all you have done for the Memorial Band program. And now the Memorial Mustang Band senior class of 2023. Iris Barrera, escorted by Melissa and Roy Barrera and Damien Barrera. Jackie Barrera, escorted by Jose and Jacqueline Barrera. Lola Campos, escorted by Edgar and Ana Campos. Serena Cantu, escorted by Ricardo and Ruby Cantu. Abraham Chavez, escorted by Monica and Raul Chavez. Michael Chavez, being escorted by Melissa Chavez. Amy Davila, escorted by Celia Martinez and Juan Davila. Iveth de la Rosa, escorted by Maria Mendoza and Elizar de la Rosa. Seth de Leon, being escorted by Marco de Leon and Rebecca de Leon. Marley Diaz, being escorted by Eva Diaz and Martin Diaz. America Denocio, escorted by Diana Mendiola and Edgar Denocio. Avery Dow, being escorted by Tessa and Donald Dow. Isaiah Erks, being escorted by Erica Salinas and William Erks. Marlisa Garcia, being escorted by Melissa Lopez. Victoria Garcia, being escorted by Jaime Garcia and Eunice Castro. Rafael Gonzalez, being escorted by Omar and Patricia Gonzalez. Jasmine Hernandez, being escorted by Constance Hernandez and Jose Luis Hernandez. Tyler Hess, being escorted by Norma and Kevin Hess. Ayaneli Hinojosa, being escorted by Mercedes Vasquez and her grandfather Esteban Gomez. Leila Lopez, being escorted by Janie Esparza. Ashley Luna, being escorted by Lorena and Francisco Luna. Luis Martinez Llanes, being escorted by Edgar Martinez, Karina Martinez, Enrique Peña, and Ramiro Peña. Victoria Medeles, being escorted by Luis and Belinda Medeles. Carla Mendez, being escorted by Blanca Mendez, Carlos Mendez, and Andrea Mendez. Iched Mireles, being escorted by Omar Mireles and Nancy Mireles. Juliet Perez, being escorted by Claudia Gonzalez and Andrea Gonzalez. Noah Perez, being escorted by Ivan Perez. Delia Piña is escorted by Luz Piña, Esther Hernandez, and Tamara Hernandez. Valerie Ramirez, being escorted by Alberto Ramirez and Angela Wills. Richard Reimer, being escorted by Martha and David Reimer. Nathaniel Rivera, being escorted by Jessica Baldasso and Fernando Rivera. Ashton Sainz, escorted by Sonia and Tom Sainz. Benjamin Sanchez, being escorted by Sandra Rios and Luis Rivera. Javier Sanchez, being escorted by Javier Sanchez and Maria Luisa Sanchez. Naomi Salcedo, being escorted by Naomi and Juan Salcedo. Shadow Smith, being escorted by Laura and Shiloh Smith. Jimena Torres, escorted by Gabriela Betran. Daniel Trevino, being escorted by Julia Silva. Because of the wreck there, because Xander's the last one. And our final band senior, we have Mr. Xander Vasilevsky, escorted by Lori Wasco and Alfred Vasilevsky. How about a big round of applause for our Memorial Mustang Band Seniors class of 2023. Here come our little Mustangs.
Here we are, the Little Mustangs running across the field just before we start second half, and the Little Bulldogs too. How about that? Yeah, dual little kids. So kids go to the elementary schools that feed into either Memorial or Mac High, respectively. So you got the Little Mustangs and the Little Bulldogs. Last night we got to see the Little Warriors. And it's a great experience for those kids. Memory they'll remember all their lives. And we've got the big kids about to come out. Bulldogs have just run out onto the field, and now the Mustangs getting ready to. And I see the Mustangs just about to come. Here they come. Stampede of Stangs. You see McAllen all set. Both teams, I'm sure, fired up, feeling confident that they can take command here in the second half. It was McAllen winning that first half, so to speak, 14-7. Coach Moses Patterson in his 13th year with the Mustang program, his second year as head coach. Coach Patrick Shelley there with his back to the camera at the moment, the white cap in his fourth year. As we look at the stats, and you can see the Bulldogs have a 7-point lead. First down's pretty even. So are rushing yards and passing yards a little bit favor the Bulldogs, although neither team really relied much on the pass. And then penalties hurt the Bulldogs a little bit, especially in negating their touchdowns. It seemed like 3 of the 6 penalties occurred on an apparent touchdown play. And that could come back to haunt them, as you pointed out, Mario. No turnovers officially in the first half, although we did have turnovers on downs. A couple of fumbles out there, too, by the Mustangs, but they were fortunate to recover both times. And it's been 12 years, 12 long years, if you're a Bulldog fan, since they last beat this team from McAllen Memorial. It was 2009, last time that happened. And the Mustangs want to keep that streak going. The Bulldogs want to put that streak to an end. Max Alvarez standing back at his 5-yard line.
They'll have the first opportunity here, and always looking at that first 5 minutes of the start of a half is so important.
David Peterson does the honors to get us started, and this will be a fantastic kick. We'll go out for a touchback. The Bulldogs will start at their own 25-yard line. There we see Alvarez coming off the field. Alvarez did have a 17-yard touchdown catch in the first half, and had a second touchdown that was negated due to a penalty. Both teams have shown tonight they can move the football. So ready to start the third quarter, and here is Valdez, the sophomore quarterback. Brings Alvarez in. Alvarez will be a lead blocker as they hand this off. Won't get much. I believe that's Herrera on the carry. Was stuffed by several Mustangs, including Eric Guajardo.
You know, went down at halftime mark, and we haven't talked about it, but it's not very, very windy, but there is some winds out there, and I don't know if it impacts the throws.
Yeah, that could be a reason we're seeing a lot of runs tonight, although both teams not afraid to run the football, but especially the Mustangs, that's their bread and butter. Valdez will hand this off on 2nd and 9. Herrera again fights his way up near the 30. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
The flag mark, it is.
They're pretty brisk right now as it's picked up, blowing into the faces of the Bulldogs right now. So the Mustangs will have the wind at their backs in the third quarter, and the wind will favor the Bulldogs in the fourth quarter.
This is a passing down, so we'll see if the wind impacts the play calling.
Bulldogs 1 for 5 on 3rd down, facing 3rd and 5 here. And I've got a whistle, and this will move it back 5 more.
False start. Number 78, offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
A little anxious. That definitely makes it a passing down, but maybe not.
Clock starts running here. Opening moments of the third quarter. Valdez will shift into the gun. Karam goes in motion, will turn upfield. Here's a pass caught by Alvarez, the 30-yard line, and a face mask there.
No. That's a
pretty blatant one as it pulled his helmet all the way off.
Very obvious.
And this will be a Bulldog first down after the penalty.
A big mistake by the Mustang defender, because there's no way they would have had enough.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 20 of the defense. 15 yards will be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down. As his face mask was what pulled the helmet up.
And you know, Mark, we know that the kids don't do it on purpose, but sometimes you just try to grab whatever you can, and it ends up being the face mask. Now, because of the penalty, Mark, does that mean that Alvarez has to go out for one play because his helmet came off. I think he's still on the field.
Yes, you heard the referee explain that he gets to stay in because it was pulled off as opposed to it coming off by accident. And Herrera, nice run there on 1st and 10. Crosses into Mustang territory, bring up 2nd and short.
Wow, Herrera was so close to breaking it for a big gain. As you take a look at the replay, shoestring tackle by defender number 14, Adrian Garza, one of the many sophomores playing on defense for the Mustangs.
6-yard pickup there, 2nd down 4. Try this to the left side. And gets to the line of scrimmage. And player may be shaken up. This is Alvarez there. Now he's up. And a 3rd down situation now for the Bulldogs. So we got a timeout on the field. And I think this might be an official's timeout. 9:31 to play here in the 3rd. We'll take another look at this play. Alvarez sweeping to the left. Pulled down by Lara and also Guajardo. No gain on the play, so it brings up 3rd down and 4. Mustang fans into it, waving their phones. Waving a few phones on the Bulldog side as well. That's kind of a new trend seen this year where fans on opposite sides will wave their phones back at each other.
Amongst all the people there, I spotted Mr. Gonzalez, husband of Rachel Gonzalez.
And then here's the option, Alvarez. Oh, no, excuse me, it's Herrera. Big hole there for him and a 1st down all the way to the 25-yard line, a pickup of 23 yards.
And that's what we're accustomed to when Herrera carries. He runs hard. And let me see how many yards after contact, Mark. I don't know if we can tell, but right there, he got hit.
Hit it about the line of scrimmage, which was the 48.
It's like about 15 yards that he gained after contact.
It was brought down by Daniel Cardenas. So 1st and 10 at the Mustang 25. Opening possession of the 3rd quarter. He's going to throw this sidearm toward Alanis. Incomplete. Looked kind of like Patrick Mahomes right there on that technique.
He sure did. As long as you get the ball there, wasn't going to gain a lot of yards, so play never developed. Good blocking.
You can see he was trying to throw around the defensive end.
Those are dangerous, Mark. Those are the ones that go for quick picks.
Oh, the coverage, coverage was Cardenas. 2nd and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Run to the right side. That's Herrera, nowhere to go. Lada's going to bring him down. I think first contact was by Nelson. And I'll bring up 3rd down.
Another loss. Makes it a 3rd and 10. Looking at 2-down territory, Mark. Because of the wind, I don't see any field goals tonight.
And gang tackling there. Jimmy Martinez finally able to bring Herrera down. They give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage, so we're still 3rd and 10. Just over 8 minutes to go.
I'm wondering if we'll see that pass play that went for a touchdown, but unfortunately they had a penalty. I'm sure they still have it in the playbook.
Yeah, that was kind of a crossing route to Alvarez over the middle. Alvarez lined up in the middle of the 3 receivers on the left side. This is going to be a deep ball to the right side. It's caught at the 3 and down at the 1-yard line. That's Alanis. 2nd time tonight he's hauled one in like that, and it paid off for the Bulldogs. They'll have 1st and goal.
Mark, and that is actually like the 3rd or 4th time that the Bulldogs run that play. I think it's a design play. They just go back and try to put the ball there by Joaquin Valdez in the vicinity.
Alanis, yeah, it is a design play where the quarterback just throws it up in such a way that the receiver can just run up underneath it, especially if you have a receiver with the height advantage. Remember the Vikings used to do that too effectively against with Randy Moss, and early in his career, they would throw those jump balls to great effectiveness. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line for McAllen.
And what a way, right, Mark, for the Bulldogs to come right out of halftime, setting the tone,
Yeah, big drive here. Started at their 25, is all the way down now to the 1 yard line where it's a first and goal. This will be the 10th play of the drive here coming up in a moment. There we see Valdez. So Mustangs, if we're going to get a big stop, they need one here. It was an official's timeout, by the way, so neither team charged with a timeout. 7:44 here to go here in the third quarter. Second and goal here for the Bulldogs. The Mustang want. Hand this off. Ball comes loose. The ball was loose, intended for Herrera. And now a mad scramble at around the 3. And I think they're saying Mackay got it back, so the clock will continue to run. It'll be third and goal, but a loss of 2 yards.
You know, Mark, the Bulldogs, they're playing with fire. I mean, they're in golden position here to get a little distance. And a lucky bounce going the Bulldog way. And it's second and goal.
Yeah, recovery there by the offensive lineman, Arian Vidal. Kept the drive alive. This will be the 11th play of the drive, third and goal. Oh, I'm sorry, second and goal. And one-step drop fire into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That's Brian Alanis. Has the touchdown.
Why not, Mark? Why not? He's the one that got the big pass and got him there close to the end zone. Why not give him the opportunity to score a touchdown? Reward him for the good plays that he has had tonight. And what a pass by Joaquin Valdez. It was a nice, safe run, kind of like a post pattern, and a safe play.
75 yards, 11 plays. And a touchdown for the Bulldogs. And the extra point. Boinks off the upright. Boinks off the left upright, and the score will be 20-7 in favor of Mackay. And now it's time for the Smile Cam.
Where are all those smiles? Of course, they're not smiling a lot. They're having fun. Because they're down 20-7.
Another look at the touchdown. This one on second and goal. Fired it in there to Alanis on an inside slant. Made the catch for a 3-yard touchdown. And put the Bulldogs up 20-7. Aaron Ramirez to kick it off. See Dylan Goodson at his 10-yard line. This is going to be well short, though. And the ball comes loose. And the Bulldogs have it. Ball simply came loose. It's our first turnover of the night. The Bulldogs have it. It was recovered by Derek White. We'll take another look at it.
You can see the excitement by Coach Shelby because he knows. You can see him right there. He's excited, and he wants that offense to go ahead and take advantage of the turnover. They got the ball at the 22-yard line, and the way they move the ball here, if you take a look at the replay, it was just misplayed. What a hustle there, right there by the Bulldog number 13, Derek White.
Yeah, Derek White covered the fumble, and a first down at the 22-yard line. Golden opportunity for the Bulldogs to bust this open. Hand off to Hedetta for 2.
That's what good teams do, Mark. Once they get a turnover, they take advantage. And a turnover is a great turnover when you can score 6.
So a 2-yard pickup there. And now we're at about the halfway point of the third quarter.
And you know that the defense has been pounded recently, so they might be questioning themselves right now, Mark.
It's gut check time here. Alvarez in motion. Quarterback wants to keep us. Valdez up across the 15, inside the 10. It'll be first and goal. An 11-yard gain there.
Valdez, I think that fake pitch out had the defenders a little confused right there. You have to respect that using Jaden Herrera, who's running very good tonight, as a decoy.
Yeah, Herrera has not had as many carries as we've seen as of late. And he'll get the call here, though, trying to turn it outside. Cuts in at the 5, down to the 3-yard line before he's brought down by Matthew Lopez. That'll be second and goal now.
I know we have a lot of time to go. We're still 5 minutes here in the third quarter. But if the Bulldogs can punch it in, that could be enough.
Just over 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Second and goal from the 3. Valdez wants to keep it, gets wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage. Won't get any further. 3 Mustangs in there on that tackle, including Aiden Stauffer and Daniel De La Cruz.
That could be just a setup kind of play. And here's a big bread and butter play, Mark, that you go behind your best offensive lineman.
Bulldogs are a perfect 3 for 3 on third down here in this third quarter. Third and goal, handoff, Herrera crashing forward, goes into the end zone, standing up, and the Bulldogs cash in on the fumble recovery and blow this game open. It's 26-7.
That's the mark of a good team. You could see before they got the possession, Coach Shelby was so excited with that golden opportunity, and he knew how big it was to take advantage and score points.
4:21 to go here in the third. Here's the extra point try. Ramirez missing the last time, but does not miss this one. And it's now 27-7 in favor of the Bulldogs with 4:21 to play here in the third quarter. And here's the touchdown run by Herrera, his second touchdown of the game. Bulldogs in command here at DQ Fan Field. We'll be back.
Why choose Lone Star National Bank for your business? Because no other bank does more to support local businesses. In fact, we are the #1 lender in the Valley to small businesses. We put money to work here in our community.
That helps our local businesses grow.
Creating more jobs.
And more opportunities for all of us.
Working together.
Together.
We do what the little banks can't and the big banks won't. Lone Star National Bank, the Valley's bank.
And we're back here on football night in McAllen. 27-7 our score. Bulldogs in command here. Bulldogs led 14-7 at the break and have 2 touchdowns they've added here in the third. And lead by 20 right now with 4.5 to play here in the third. So the kick is going to probably go out of bounds. It does. This will come out to the 30-yard line for Memorial. That scoring drive by the Bulldogs, 5 plays, 22 yards. 3-yard run by Jaden Herrera, his second touchdown of the night. Capped it. Remember, the drive started with a fumble recovery on the kickoff return by
Free
Derek
kick out of
White.
bounds. Kicking team. Ball we placed at the 30-yard line. First down.
Bulldogs with 8 penalties now tonight. Only 3 on the Mustangs. And it's the Bulldogs in command on the scoreboard.
You know, they're playing good football, Mark, and this is the time of the year you want to play good football. Here at the end, they can hold on to this victory and get to the playoffs. They're going to come in with a lot of confidence.
Bulldogs entered tonight 3-3 in the district. 4 and 5 overall. Handoff Alanis Choi for the Mustangs on first down. Up to the 32, and it'll be second down. Mustangs this season 3 and 6 entering tonight. That's overall, and then 3 and 4, or excuse me, 2 and 4 in the district race. Bulldog Marching Band members, congratulations to them. Division I rating at the Pigskin Jubilee in October. Under the direction of Mr. Jason Dunn. This, by the way, first offensive series of the second half for the Mustangs after a fumble on the kickoff and 2 long drives. Here's a long run here by Alanis Choi. Gets all the way into Bulldog territory and picks up the first down. Gain of 20 yards.
Yeah, Alanis Choi, you've always seen him play here the last couple of years. He's a determined young man. He knows he's down 20 points, but he's not going to give up. Look how hard he's running, Mark.
First hit there by Andres Beretta, eventually brought down by Diego Avila. Just over 3 minutes to go in the quarter number 3. See the Mustangs shift into an unbalanced line at the left side, and they'll go left. This is Rodriguez. Hit about 9 yards downfield up to the Bulldog 41. A gain of 7.
Mustangs continue to pound that left side.
You see on isolation there. Look at Derek White. He's chasing from the opposite side. He's the one who recovered the fumble that set up that last touchdown. And Mustangs, if they're going to throw the ball, might think about throwing it here with 2.5 to play, and they've got the wind at their backs. Here's a reverse. This is Goodson. Has some room, picks up the first down to about the 35, and Alvarez is the one who makes the tackle. He plays offense, defense, and special teams. He does everything but sell hot dogs.
And that's how important this game is when you're playing your skilled athletes going both ways. Not taking anything for granted.
We'll take another look there. Hard hit there by Alvarez.
I understand he has the little brother at Morris who is the real deal.
Mustangs shift into the unbalanced line again on the left side. Alanis Choi dancing his way forward. Flag goes down. And a short gain there for the Mustangs.
Holding, number 71, offense, 10 yards. First down.
Just the 4th penalty on the Mustangs, but they've all been big at 55 yards in penalties tonight. And a tackle on the play there by Heriberto Balderas.
And anytime you get 10 yards against you on offense on penalties, it makes it difficult, especially when you can't get those yards really quickly in the air.
Minute 30 to go here before the end of the third. Handoff, Alaman has a little bit of room there, up to about the 40-yard line. That'll bring up second down for a 5-yard gain.
Mark, do the Mustangs have any pass completions tonight?
Yes, 3 for 6, 27 yards.
I know there's been a couple of drop passes, so 2nd and 15 almost looks like a passing down.
See Cortez under center. Handoff Alaman as a guard pulling for him. Gets up to the 34-yard line before he's brought down. A gain of 6, and it'll bring up third down. Mustangs 3 for 7 on third down tonight. We got a 3rd and 9 situation here at the Bulldog 34. Now the last 23 seconds of the third quarter.
And on the tackle right there was Max Alvarez.
And we see Mustang Stan out there. Saw him at halftime. He was, people were lining up to take selfies with him.
Oh, he's quite the guy.
Yeah, he's a celebrity. Last play of the third quarter here, 3rd and 9 for the Mustangs. Cortez rolling out and hits his man at the 21st down, all the way down to the 15-yard line. That's Goodson. Second big catch of the night for Goodson. And the Mustangs in business at the 15-yard line as the quarter comes to an end. Another look at it here before we go to break.
Look at that beautiful pass by J.P. Cortez.
In stride, Xavier Villanueva making the tackle. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line when we come back to start the fourth quarter. We'll be back.
There are flavors that transport us to Mexico, like tacos al pastor from traditional taquerias, tacos de pollo, or tacos de bistec, seasoned to perfection. The H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas are inspired by the flavors you love, perfectly seasoned with sabor and corazón, and ready to prepare at home. From our kitchen to yours, enjoy the authentic taste of our H-E-B Mi Tienda diced meats and fajitas. One more reason here, everything's better.
And welcome back. It's 27-7 our score, about to start the fourth quarter. Mustangs, after a 19-yard completion to Dylan Goodson, are in business at the Bulldog 15-yard line. Somebody brought the silly string. Anytime you need to get a party going, you just bring silly string. Mustangs trying to get this party in their favor. 1st and 10, first play of the fourth quarter. Handoff, hit in the backfield, but searching forward for a couple of yards. That is Alanis Troy, I think. There is a flag down. Let's see what this is about. Was Alanis Troy on the carry.
There is no foul on the play. 2nd down.
No foul after all. And a 2-yard pickup there for the Mustangs.
Well, if the Mustangs want to at least have an opportunity, you know they got to get the points here, Mark.
Yeah, 2nd down and 8. First minute of the fourth quarter. Bulldogs outscored the Mustangs 13-0 in that third quarter.
Wonder what Coach Shelby told them at halftime. I mean, you got something to play with, right? Or 4. Here we go again.
And now we've got a timeout called. Timeout called by the Mustangs. Here early fourth quarter, it's Mackay 27, Memorial 7. We'll take a break. More Football Night in McAllen when we come back. Thank you to our business community. We appreciate sponsors like Dairy Queen, Bogus Ford, Lone Star National Bank, Performance Therapeutics, South Texas Health Systems, and so many other businesses that have made this beautiful scoreboard possible. Because of their support, absolutely no district funds were used, not one penny. This scoreboard allows us to showcase our students throughout the entire school year, and we sincerely appreciate the privilege. Thank you. And we're back here on Football Night at McAllen. Scores 27-7. Bulldogs in front. Mustangs trying to chip away at that lead. See a cluster of Mustang fans right there. Watching a bit anxiously here. Been a long time since the Mustangs lost to Mackay.
Uh-oh.
And Bulldogs may have moved. We'll see who this is on.
False start for 20. Off 5-yard.
So a false start against the Mustangs. We'll move him back to the 18-yard line. And they'll have 2nd down and looks like 13 to work with. Need to get to the 6 to pick up a 1st down. So you see another look here. Didn't see which Mustang moved. Oh, it was in the backfield, actually, you're told by our director. And here's a toss. Alaman trying to cut inside, knifes his way up to the 11-yard line and gains 7 on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. 3rd down and About 5, it looks like, maybe closer to 6.
And it looks like every time the Mustangs need yardage, they love going to the left side. That's where they have the big guys on the left side.
They're going to spot the ball at the 12 now. So it's, 3rd and 6. Just under 11 minutes to go here in the 4th. Again, unbalanced line to the right side. Mustangs use that a lot. And the give is to Alanis Choi here on 3rd down, 1st down and more, and it's a touchdown! Touchdown Mustangs. Alanis Choi goes into the end zone, and it's 27-13.
That's what the Mustangs are capable of doing, and they're still in this game. The defense is going to have to come up with a big stop next possession.
There's the extra point try. Snap is good. Hold is good. Extra point is up and good by Sanchez. And it's now 27-14. Our score. Still plenty of time left with 10:36 to play. Take another look here. See this 11-yard touchdown run here by Alanis Choi. Look at the way he just finds the seam there when it looked like there was nothing going.
Small gap, and he finds it. Makes it happen.
He found a way. And it's 27-14. Don't go away.
Bogus Ford is proud to sponsor tonight's game and honor student athletes pursuing excellence on and off the field. Enjoy the drive.
And welcome back. 27-14 our score. Mustangs with a terrific scoring drive there. Five minutes and 45 seconds this scoring drive. And we see Alanis Choi there going into the end zone once more.
And Mark, what do you think? You think Coach Moses Patterson will do an onside kick right now to see if they can get the ball, or he's going to try to see if he can have a stop?
Yeah, I think has enough time to kick it deep and hope that his defense can get him the ball back.
It looks like the Bulldogs have their hands team. They got how many up front? They got 9 players between the 50 and the 40. They're expecting an onside kick.
They've got man back is Hedetta. He's all the way out to his 25-yard line.
Actually, they have 10 players.
Yeah, 10 players within 10 yards between that 50 and 40. 10:36 to go in the 4th. Mustangs do have 2 timeouts. I would not expect onside kick here, but I've been wrong many times before. Alanis Choi to take the kick, and it is going to be onside kick. It's not going to go 10 yards, though.
Oh, he should have let it go.
And Alanis Choi grabs the football, but 1 yard shy of where they needed. They needed to kick it at least to the 50.
The ball was going to bounce, but I think he just didn't wait. Take a look at the replay. We went with a call. Got to give Coach Moses Patterson credit for trying to get the ball back.
Yeah, I see the ball needs to reach the 50-yard line before the Mustangs can touch it. It never gets there. And Alanis Choi brings it in at the 49. And once it's touched, it becomes a dead ball, and it's Bulldog football from that spot. First and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 49 in Mustang territory. His rollout pass, Alvarez has a first down and carries it across the 40.
What a surprise. I didn't think the Bulldogs would be throwing the ball right now, trying to run the clock down. But I could hear the coaches up here for the Bulldogs that are right next to us. And he, hey, how you doing? Look who I have here. I have one of my favorite fans. Say, wave to the people up there. Can you see? This is my grandson. He wanted to come see one game, and I appreciate him coming and visiting. And back to the game. How about that, Ethan? You were on TV, buddy.
First and 10 here for the Bulldogs to the 11-yard completion. There's Hernandez, picks up a downfield block, cuts inside, has another first down as a late flag comes in, well away from the ball.
And Mark, I guarantee you, the Bulldog offensive machine, they were told, stay in bounds, don't go out of bounds.
Number 61, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
And because of the holding, it's just going to bring it back.
Yeah, and an unfortunate penalty for the Bulldogs too, because the flag was way away from the ball. In other words, an unnecessary hold. It's likely Hernandez still would have had the run without it. Coach Shelby in his 4th year as head coach. Came over from Weslaco ISD.
What a wonderful job he's done here. You know, all he wanted was an opportunity to be in the playoffs here in the last game of the season.
That's what he's got, and they've got the lead as well in the 4th quarter. Another flag comes in with a handoff to Hernandez, who's held to a short gain.
And the other thing for Coach Shelby is that he controlled his own destiny. He didn't have to depend on another team to get into the playoffs.
As Palmview is the other team that could get that last playoff spot. Palmview has to win, though, and hope that the Bulldogs lose.
Another penalty against the Bulldogs.
Personal foul. Illegal chop block on the offense. 15-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Palmview, Mark, is leading in the 3rd quarter 21-0. They were heavy favorites to win that ball game.
Yeah, playing their crosstown rival, the Juarez Lincoln Huskies. So Palmview wins that one, and it looks like they will. They'll be 4-3. Bulldogs, if they win this one, will be 4-3. And then the Row Warriors, who got beat last night, would be 4-3. You have that 3-way tie. Mac High would get the tiebreak edge in the 3rd playoff seed. And here's a handoff. Zachary Hernandez stopped at the line of scrimmage, keeps going. Back into Mustang territory, all the way near the 40-yard line.
Mark, I didn't see him in the backfield, but I was getting ready to ask for Zachary Hernandez. In the first half, he had like 4 or 5 runs that were very explosive for more than 10 yards.
Yeah, that one good enough for 20 yards. That puts the Bulldogs over 200 yards rushing in this game. It's not enough to pick up the first down, because it was 1st and 35. They had the holding penalty of 10 yards and a personal foul that moved them back 15 more. So that 1st and 35 is now 2nd and 15.
The good thing about Hernandez, Mark, is that he is rested, has fresh legs.
Under 9 minutes to go here. Handoff, Hernandez again, trying to turn the corner. He gets a short gain before he's knocked out of bounds by Chris Luna and Aiden Stauffer. And you know, the Bulldogs getting backed up, in a way, kind of hurts the Mustangs a little bit, because the Bulldogs are really trying to run the clock down. They have more space to work with. They keep getting the downs back.
I would say that if the Bulldogs can get a first down here and then score, that should be the ball game. But trying to get a first down here is big. And if the Mustangs can hold, you never know.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 13 now. This is a big down. Valdez going to keep it on the ground. This is Hernandez. Breaks one tackle, can't break the second. He'll be stopped well short after he's wrapped up and brought down by Isaac Cepeda. And it'll bring up 4th down, but the clock will keep running. And Mustangs down 2 scores right now.
By the time the Bulldogs run the next play, it should be less than 8 minutes. And I would think that Coach Shelby will probably punt the ball and pin. Oh, it looks like they're going for it, Mark.
Yeah, 4th down and 10. Now this is a huge play. First 4th down try of the night for the Bulldogs. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Might have been trying to draw somebody outside. Could be a free play here. Valdez going to go deep for Echezarreta, and it's broken up at about the 10-yard line. It's a terrific play there by Greg Reyna, who's had an excellent night from that corner spot.
He has done a wonderful job, but I think the Bulldogs, because of the penalty, He'll make it a 4th and 5, and they have another opportunity. And a 4th and 5 can go either way, Mark. You can still put the ball in the air or run it or have a short pass to Alvarez. If you take a look at the replay where Reina was very aggressive going for the ball.
Chris Luna was also back there defending. And you know, the point I was trying to make earlier, with all the penalties against the Bulldogs, they kept getting the down back, so they've gotten extra downs, and they don't put time back on the clock after a penalty. So it's allowed the Bulldogs to run time off. Here on 4th and 5, Valdez being chased and gets caught from behind. He's going to be 2 yards shy of the first down. And the Mustangs will take over on downs. And I believe that was a huge tackle there, shoestring tackle by De La Cruz.
Who else? Who else? Daniel De La Cruz.
Illegal formation. Offense. That penalty is declined. Result of the play. First down, Memorial.
So it would have been a penalty that would have negated the first down anyway, but this is a turnover on downs.
That gives the Mustangs new life, as Daniel De La Cruz, if he doesn't make that tackle, it's a first down.
Yeah, De La Cruz just a desperation shoestring grab with the extending his right hand as far as he could and able to trip up Valdez just enough, hold him to a 2-yard gain.
Last time, the Mustangs were able to move the ball. So let's see what happens here.
They turn it over and down, 7:45 to go. And here's a deep pass by Cortez. And this is caught. Mustangs have it. First down, Joseph Rivas Swoboda. First catch of the night, and it's a huge one.
And Cortez has come to life here, making some good passes.
We've got an ISO play here, isolation. Right on the ball, and you could see there was tight coverage there. It was Xavier Villanueva battling for the interception. But Rivas Swoboda comes away with it.
The Mustangs are making sure that the Bulldogs earn their way to the playoffs.
It's a 32-yard pickup. And here's a big run up the middle. And that's Rodriguez gets a first down.
The momentum definitely on the Mustang side. They have nothing to lose. They're not playing under pressure right now. Playing relaxed, and they're looking pretty good, Mark.
Yep. Actually picked up 9 there, so just short of the first down. Under 7 to play in the game. Still a 2-score game. Mustangs need to score here and again. Here's Alanis Joy. Bounces outside, breaks a tackle. Almost gets through that one all the way to the 21. And that'll be good enough for a first down. Mustangs right at 200 yards rushing.
And how huge were the penalties against the Bulldogs last possession? They just needed 1 or 2 key first downs that they didn't get. So give credit to the to the Mustang defense for getting a big stop.
Diego Avila on the tackle, along with a couple of teammates. 1st and 10 now at the 21-yard line. This is play action. Cortez in trouble, and now tries to throw it away, but it's picked off. Picked off at the 14-yard line. This is being run back at the 40, almost to midfield. A huge interception by Diego Avila for the Bulldogs.
And that's what pressure does to you, Mark. First of all, I'll give credit for the tackle on Josh Lane. But who are those Bulldogs defenders, the Mustang defenders that were putting pressure on J.P. Cortez, Mark? And you take a look.
Yeah, it was Heriberto Balderas there at the end, closing in, and Avila able to intercept that one. Looks like it was intended for Rodriguez.
Avila gets credit for the interception, but that defender putting pressure, you said it was Valdez?
Balderas, yeah, number 93.
Okay. So give credit to Balderas. He could have made the biggest play of the night, because the Mustangs were looking like they were going to punch it in.
Second turnover of the night on the Mustangs. 5:58 to go here in the 4th. Still a 2-score game. Handoff Hedera. Hit at the line of scrimmage. Fights his way for a gain of 1 right to midfield.
That last play, Mark, we talked about our keys to the game. big stops, that could be the biggest stop of the year for the Bulldogs. That's going to help them get into the playoffs.
Festive night here on football night at McAllen. We hope we'll be able to bring some playoff football to you. We don't know yet, or Nicky Rowe will be playing. If Mackay holds on for the win here, they'll have a game next week. Mackay, if they win, would finish as the 3rd seed. Rowe would be the 4th seed. They hand off Zachary Hernandez being wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage.
I thought he was going to lose that ball, Mark.
He got caught in a stampede there by about 5 Mustangs.
Because Hernandez doesn't have a lot of carries. I'm wondering if he's a converted running back because of this. He is good, but wow, he was holding that ball very loose. He could have easily have fumbled.
Bulldogs 4 for 10 on 3rd down, facing a 3rd and 13 here. 4:33 to play in the game. Mustangs with 2 timeouts. Bulldogs have 3. Well, 3rd and 13. Valdez to throw, going to throw quickly down the right sideline and incomplete. No flag intended for Alanis. Great coverage on the play there by Chris Hernandez.
That is aggressive play calling by the Bulldogs. They came here to win. And of course, because of the incompletion, the clock does stop.
So 4th down and 13. Bulldogs will bring the punting unit out there. Alvarez has punted 3 times tonight, but all 3 times there were issues. It was not a clean snap. This is the first clean snap of the night right there. And this is deep. It's going to be over Goodson's head, but he'll be able to return it from the 11 up to about the 21. And the Mustangs have the clock running against them right now with 4:03 to play, 2 timeouts in their pocket, and they need to score twice. They're not exactly an offense that's engineered for the quick score.
And because of that turnover, Mark, that gave the Mustangs like 60 yards. That was a huge turnover.
Well, they're congratulating the Mustang volleyball team that won an area championship. They won through 2 playoff rounds right now. Wishing Coach Doffing and her volleyball players the best of luck moving forward. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 22. Passing formation. And now J.P. Cortez in trouble and forced to throw it away. That'll stop the clock at least. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Smart play by J.P. Cortez. When the protection broke down, he was able to roll out, throw the ball away, and save the Mustangs about 10 yards. Getting back to Coach Ashley Dolphin, congratulations to Tucker this morning as we take a look at the replay. The pressure broke down. But Coach Dolphin said they won game number 4, Mark, and that momentum carried on to game 5 where they won 15-10.
Yeah, it was really a close 5-set nail-biter against Gregory Portland. John Alamon providing the chase there for Mackay, provided the pressure, forcing that incompletion. 2nd and 10 now. Cortez still with nowhere to throw. It's going to run it now and gets up near the 30-yard line. Collides with a couple of defenders. Official comes in there before anything chippy can happen. No flag on the play, and they got up to the 30-yard line, bring up 3rd and short. We'll take another look here. Officials timeout, by the way. Ball's up to the 31. It was a 9-yard run by Cortez and brings up 3rd down and 1. We're going to take a look at the standings here in District 15-5A, Division 1. You can say PSJA North winners last night over Rio Grande City are the district champions, and congrats to them. Edvard Bella winners last night over Nicky Rowe. They finished 2nd at 6-1. Rowe right now is 3rd but that could change. If Mac High wins, they will move all the way up to third. Rowe would slip to fourth. Palmview would be in fifth and out of the playoffs. As you can see at the bottom, only the top four will make it. And Palmview will likely improve to 4-3 as they were ahead by 3 touchdowns over Juarez Lincoln, but could be the odd man out if things hold up as they are. Memorial in that spoiler role can't get in even if they come back and win tonight. And of course, Rio Grande City and Juarez Lincoln looking toward next year.
And right now, Mark, late in the fourth quarter, Arlington South is beating Dana 14-7. And if that score holds up, and this score holds up here, then I believe McAllen would play Arlington South
next week in the by-district round. So here's a handoff. This is Alanis Choi. It's 3rd down and 1, by the way, and Alanis Choi gets 3 yards. But the Mustangs no longer in a position to get 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Got a first down to 35.
Mustangs need to kind of hurry up and get that first down, and the clock will stop.
Mustangs 6 for 10 on 3rd downs tonight. The Bulldog defense has bent but not broken. We're at 3 minutes to go here. This is a 1st and 10, 35-yard line. Cortez looking to his left, now going to run it. Caught from behind, is going to be brought down at the 36. It's a gain of 1, and the clock will keep running. 2nd down and 9. The clock very much a factor as it's under 3 minutes to play. You can see once again, this is the 3rd play in a row, I think, Mario, which Cortez has had time to throw, but nowhere to throw it.
You got to give credit to the defensive backs, the secondary, but they are playing deep, Mark. They don't want to give up anything deep. They'll give you the short yardage, but nothing deep.
You could see Xavier Villanueva was threatening blitz, then backs off. It's a 4-man rush. Throw toward the sideline to Goodson and makes the catch. Was hit immediately from behind, but held on. It was Aiden Sanchez.
Lowered the boom. Down, though. It's a first down. I don't know how Goodson hang on to that ball.
9-yard pickup here, and he had to earn every yard.
Great hands. Now the clock is running, and it's under 2 minutes.
Yeah, Mustangs still have 2 timeouts. And this is where that interception on the last series hurts them. If they had scored there, this would be a 1-score game right now.
The Bulldogs and the prevent defense.
There's another handoff, Alanis Choi. And fighting his way forward on pure second effort, had 2 defenders on him, and pushes all the way into Bulldog territory to the 49 and a gain of 6. That'll bring up 2nd down and 4, but we're at 1:20 and the clock's still running.
And for those that might be thinking why they're running the ball to Max Alanis Choi, you have to remember he can explode at any given moment for a touchdown.
We're at 1:05 to go. 2nd down and 4 for the Mustangs. 4 receivers in the set. Time for Cortez this time, and he hits J.P. Garza, who was tackled inbounds at the 39. He's able to pick up 10 yards there. They'll stop the clock momentarily while they move the chains, but the Mustangs will still need to hurry up.
The clock is running now. The Mustangs are not calling timeouts.
Tackle there by Nathan Rocha. And the Mackay fans cheering. There are only 36 seconds left. Mustangs with a 1st and 10 at the 39. Cortez flushed out as Rodriguez stayed in the block. And this pass is caught. Don't think it was in bounds, though. And they're going to say it's incomplete, intended for Goodson.
Well, Mark, is it time to congratulate the Bulldogs?
Well, I've seen miracles happen before. I would hold on.
I think it's time to congratulate them, Mark. That's an Astro fan right there. How about them Astros?
Astros need one more win from clinching the World Series. 27-14 our score here.
Well, I got to say, Mark, I don't know if this is our last game up here, but man, it's been a great season. Had a great time here with you. You're the best, man. You're an all-state.
Well, thank you.
Play-by-play guy. And of
Appreciate
course,
that,
our
sir.
crews, What
our
can you
crew
say about
has the awards to prove it.
They got the awards to prove it. Absolutely.
Our
What
best in
award was
state
that?
last year
Number one?
with the Texas School Public Relations Association as the Mustangs call timeout. It's their second timeout. Oh, and look at that. It says no mo or something like that. It's the streak they believe will come to an end.
Yeah, 12 years.
That's a long time. You know, the high school seniors at Mac High were in pre-kindergarten the last time a Bulldog team beat the Mustangs. So if they hold on for the win here, they do deserve to celebrate.
But what a time to break the streak. You know, it gets you into the playoffs.
Yeah, last game of the regular season, needing a win to get into the show. They actually needed to win their last 2 games. And against their 2 top rivals, Nicky Rowe last week, and now McAllen Memorial this week. Which means Mac High, if they win, are city champs as well. This will be the last play, 5 seconds left. And it's going to be a flare out to the left side to Rodriguez. Dodges one tackler, gets down to about the 31. That's it, though. Oh, no, actually, 15 seconds left. I misread the clock there. Yeah, I was looking at the timeout clock. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to frighten everyone. I thought the clock got away from me a little bit. I looked up and saw 5 seconds, but 11 seconds left in the game now.
So, Mark, the other thing is having 2 McAllen ISD teams in the playoffs is good. And if things hold out the way it is, the Nicky Rowe Warriors will be playing against the Brownsville Chargers. So we'll see what happens, where they play.
Yes, by virtue of their win against Nicky Rowe, Mac High would actually leapfrog the Warriors into the 3rd playoff seed behind PSJA North and Edinburgh Bella. And that would push Rowe down to 4th place. Rowe gets in by virtue of their head-to-head win against Palmview.
Guess what, Mark? It is the final. Harlingen South wins 14-7. From what I understand, that means that the Bulldogs will be playing against Harlingen South next week.
3rd down and 2 here for the Mustangs. The clock is more the issue here with 11 seconds left, and there's a tackle eligible to Thomas Domian. How about that? The big guy on his last play, or next to last play of his high school career, could be playing college football this time next year. But on a tackle eligible play, he's able to pick up a big first down.
I love it, Mark. Give one of your offensive linemen an opportunity to catch. I was hoping he'd turn upfield, just run over somebody.
He picked up 15 yards.
Well, he can always say that I caught one pass for 15 yards.
Yeah, and no drops.
Maybe in college they'll move him to tight end or something.
3 seconds left. This will be the last play. Bulldogs are going to win. Mustangs might be able to make it closer. This will probably be a pass into the end zone. That's going to be a flare out to the left side. This is Rodriguez at the 10. Mustang fans, or excuse me, the Mac High fans are already cheering. And why not? The 12-year losing streak is over. It's ancient history, and the Bulldogs celebration begins.
We'd like to congratulate the Bulldogs.
You can see they dumped the Gatorade on Coach Shelby, and why not?
Why not? I'm sure he loves that water right now and is feeling good with a big victory.
A little bit chilly tonight, but he won't mind. And congratulations to the Bulldogs. What a triple whammy this is. They win the game, they end the streak against Memorial, they win the city championship, and they're going into the playoffs. They had to, it was kind of get everything or get nothing tonight. They had to win to get all 3. If they lost, they would have got nothing. But congratulations to the Bulldogs. For Mustangs, I know there will be better days, and they come back next year. They're missing the playoffs after a 12-year consecutive playoff streak, which is
they do
pretty
have
amazing.
A lot of young kids, and I saw their freshman team. It's an unbelievable team. You're going to have a lot of sophomores next year from that team.
Some
and
good
there's the usual
there.
good sportsmanship, Mark, that we love. That always happens here at McAllen ISD. But, Mark, they have the momentum. They are playing pretty good here. That's the way you want to play. And I know Harlingen South they got a good ball club, but they got pounded in a game against Brownsville Vets. And then tonight, they didn't win big. It was 14-7, so they might be struggling. But it should be an interesting ball game.
Indeed, wish the Bulldogs and the Warriors best of luck in the playoffs. And hopefully we'll be able to bring a playoff game to you, if not next week, maybe the week after. But if not, hope you enjoyed our 2022 season of Football Night in McAllen. For Mario Reyna, I'm Mark May, and the rest of our award-winning broadcast crew. We're going to leave you with a look at some highlights as we say so long from DQ Fan Field. And it's a 27-14 victory for Mac High. Good night.